Bottom line is there's no crystal ball. In the end, you don't know. Well, you don't know. You don't know what people are going to do when they get into that booth. All you could do is you can measure enthusiasm, you can measure preference, you can measure party affiliation. But this year has proven one thing, is that polling's tough. But even Real Clear Politics, they came out with their no toss-up map, 272 for Clinton, 266 for Mr. Trump. And that's because they gave New Hampshire to Hillary Clinton because of an outlier poll that had her 11 up, and really we're either tied or up in New Hampshire. We're going to win this election today. We're going to win it because of the enthusiasm, because of the message, because of Mr. Trump's winning with men by more than Hillary Clinton will win with women, because Mr. Trump will do much better with Hispanics and with African Americans than anyone expects. And we'll win it by winning states like New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, which are behind the so-called blue firewall. So we're extremely confident going into today.
Any of those things that you just said would be headlines tomorrow in a newspaper. Pennsylvania would be, that's unheard of. Michigan would be winning, doing better with Hispanics. So is there any, I'm glad you're saying it, you're a Trump surrogate, but is there something backing up?
Of course.
With the Hispanic, why do you think Hispanics might be better?
The number, look at the LA Times poll with Hispanics. We're in the 20% range with Hispanics.
And Romney was much lower than that.
We're doing better than Romney. Also, look at the primaries. Mr. Trump won Hispanics in Nevada in the primaries. He won Hispanics in the state of New York, in the city of New York with Hispanics. And there's a big cross-section. When you say Hispanic, it's not one overarching group, right? Puerto Ricans, Cubans. Look at the state of Florida. We're going to do very well with Cubans, very well with Puerto Ricans, and we're going to win the state of Florida. As far as the specific states I mentioned, look at the polling. Trafalgar, Remington, we're up in Pennsylvania, we're up in Michigan. We will win those states for the first time for Republicans since 1988.
Why is it that, and we've had many investment professionals on this program, and they all say pretty much across the board that it is so difficult to see what a Trump victory would mean for business because the policies are so unclear. You've got the business audience. What is the number one thing that Trump will do that will help business? We just had the head of policy at PIMCO sitting in your seat, basically saying there's such lack of clarity as to what Mr. Trump will do. We don't know how to handicap it.
She worked for an aide in Congress as a Democrat.
I'm just saying, but I mean, I'm just saying.
I looked at her contributions.
I'll give you the number one. It's actually pretty simple. It's the lower corporate tax rate from 35 to 15. You couldn't be clearer on that. We are a policy-driven campaign. We're not a personal attack-driven campaign like the Clinton campaign is. 35 to 15. The personal income tax rate, 12, 25, 33, basic, some smaller tax rates, so that are very clear and easier for people to understand. That is something that will re-energize business in this country, revitalize the economy of this country. We have not had 3% GDP growth here for 8 years. This country is stagnating economically right now. You've talked about it a ton. Look at wages not going up, real unemployment over 10%. Mr. Trump will absolutely...
It won't be more of the same. I mean, that is the stability of Hillary Clinton. It will be more of the same, most likely. With Trump, who does know at this point? I think about PIMCO, good old PIMCO. Wow. Bill Gross, he's not there anymore. But he's like a communist, honestly. He is. He's so left, so far left socially. And then who's the guy that he looks like a guru now up on it? Yeah. I mean, those guys, as a rule, are. So I don't know, but that's neither here nor there.
But for the most part, we talked about it. There's sort of a divide between business people, right? If you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or Fortune 1000 company,
I know, Andrew. You remember when Welch came in and he had an 8-point plan for a conservative, for why Trump's overall platform was totally in terms of deregulation, in terms of corporate tax policy, in terms of, I mean,
and then the Billy Bush video came out, he changed his position.
Well,
he didn't change his position on being outspoken. He's still going to vote for Trump.
Listen, and also, you can't forget about unleashing the energy potential of this country, right? The Keystone Pipeline, taking off some of the caps, making sure we are mining for coal again, the coal jobs come back. These are all specific policies. But with Hillary Clinton, she's giving you retreads of Center for American Progress policies that are going absolutely nowhere. And we know where this country stands. And then if we keep going down the same path, we'll continue to lose standing in the world, both politically, and then because of that, economically.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.